here thus far, and I also believe you're an ambassador for this place this week too as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was pretty cool how they've done the charter plane for us last week. That's really, really helpful. Obviously, it's kind of like a remote location as well, so it's pretty cool how we got to find a local airport straight from last week and didn't have to go through security or anything, and then land in here and have a look. Literally the views are unbelievable. It's such a good, cool place, to come. Oh, this is my agent. Sorry. Such a cool place to come. Just to even with your friends for a golfing trip as well, and let alone to have an LPGA and a PGA Tour event here. We did a hike the other day as well. It was pretty cool in the mountains at the back. But yeah, it was so much fun.
And can you just talk about your experience too on that charter flight? It's a great thing that was offered to you all this past week.
Yeah, it was really good. Obviously, as I said, it just makes it so much easier. It was really, really kind of them to do that.
Yeah, and I've heard too the accommodations just here this week at the hotel. The gym is awesome, food is awesome. Just what can you speak to on that too?
Yeah, obviously when you're on tour, it's hard to get a really, really good gym, but this gym's phenomenal. It's great. I've been having some good workouts in there, and yeah, it's just perfect. And you can just roll out of bed, go to the gym, and have a shower, and you're straight on the golf course.
Right, and you just finished up the Pro-Am too. Just how are you feeling about this golf course? What do you think is gonna take this week to be successful out here?
You have to be very accurate, obviously, because the lava around it. But I think you got to putt well as well. I think the scores could be quite low if the wind stays down. It was really windy here on the first evening, on Monday evening. I was meant to go out and play, but it was just so windy, and so I didn't bother. But today wasn't too much wind. But yeah, it's a good golf course, and it's a good challenge on some of the holes. You just got to really trust your lines.
Yeah, we'll open it up here. Sarah, do you like to go?
Charley, I've heard a lot of blind tee shots out there, and for you as being such an aggressive player, how are you kind of adjusting to having to maybe hit some hybrids and some minors on the tee boxes? I
think literally out there I've only hit 4 drivers. That's all it's been, so it feels quite weird. You can go, I went from, I think it was until the 7th hole yesterday without hitting a driver. So it's it's been quite a while since I hit my driver, but you just got to trust your lines.
Coming off a week like last week where it is so wet, you do have to take advantage of your length. Do you switch your mentality a little bit when you're coming to this place where you have to be more strategic?
Yeah, kind of. I'm good with my long irons, but there's not really that many long irons in. So just a lot of freewood and hybrid. Well, not really freewoods, just more hybrids and forehands off the tee. But you just got to try and trust your caddy, because I always like to get my driver out. It's my favourite club in my bag usually. But yeah, you just got to trust your caddy.
Had a few good results so far this season at some challenging places in terms of strategy,
yeah.
HSBC and then Ford. Do you think it really helps you when you have to think more on the golf course, or are you more of just a see it, feel it, hit it player?
I'm just see it, feel it, hit it player. I don't use a yardage book. Never have done, never will. I probably did it in my first year on tour, but I just see the green grass down there and just whack it at it.
All right, right here in the blue.
Hi, I'm here with Firefly Automatics. We're providing the robotic mowing for all the fairways at Black Desert, and just wondered if you could share. I know you were at Chevron. We mowed hole 9 and 18 down there, and just wondered what your impressions were of the conditions out there on the fairways.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't fault the fairways out here, and last week that was really good as well. That's pretty cool that you've got electronic motors. I suppose the green staff are pretty happy about that because they have so much work to do. I actually have them in my garden as well. Can't remember what brand they are, but do I have Ascabana? Yeah, that's what I have in my garden, so it helps me out a lot.
Right. And you mentioned electronic. They're also all electric, which means they're super quiet.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on golf courses using electric mowers, from an environmental standpoint?
Yeah, it's good. I'm one of these players though at the same time. So many things these days are done by electronic things. It's hopefully people don't run out of jobs. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty cool.
So those people that are still having their jobs, that they're making it look better, right? So
yeah.
we're out there at their request cutting diamond patterns for you ladies.
Oh, wow.
So from an aesthetic point of view, what do you think about how it's looking?
Yeah, it looks really good. I think it's all depends strategically. Some fairways are cut half and half. So you then have the down grain and into the grain, and then that makes the player think even more, thinking I've got to get down the left here, so then I can get extra 20 yards of run out of it, rather than hitting on the right side of the fairway that's into the grain. But when it's diamond, I think it's more fair. You're not going to get that such drastic difference on what put your pitch on. But it looks pretty cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, in the front.
Charlie, Chris Reed with Fox 13 here in Utah. And speaking of Utah, first of all, have you ever been here before today?
Well, I got here Sunday, and it's my first time in Utah. And it's pretty cool. I think the closest I've ever been to here is Vegas, but that's in Nevada. But yeah, this is beautiful.
What's your impression? I mean, getting off the plane, getting here, the scenery.
Yeah, the scenery is unbelievable. Like, I'm obviously from England, and I love green grass and trees and stuff, but it's a bit of a shock to the system seeing the red rock, but it's pretty unbelievable to look at every morning when you look out of it, and you just keep on staring at it. And we went on a hike the other day on Monday, and that was unbelievable.
And I mean, I've spent 3 summers or so myself over there, and it just doesn't seem there's anything comparable. Just a different color, I guess, certainly, but it's just, how strange is it?
Yeah, it's proper strange. It is definitely strange. Obviously, you're just used to looking at green grass, and then out here, you've not just got like normal coloured mountains, you've got like the red rock, you've got the black as well, around the golf course. It's pretty mind-blowing when you look at it. It's definitely a really, really cool place to come.
And just as far as the course itself, your first run through, are there pros? Are there cons? What are your impressions?
I really like it. I think it's a great golf course. Like, we played a few holes today, and then we looked back at where the men would have been playing from, and it was like 100 yards back, and we were like, wow, that would have been a monster hole, especially with them having to hit driver. And it's quite tight, the fairways. Like, obviously, like, the fairways aren't super tight, but then off the fairways, it's just the rock. So you've got no really bailout areas. Do you know what I mean? So we're quite fortunate that I'm hitting like rescue woods and 4-irons and stuff. But when the men must have played it, like, if the wind was up, that'd have probably been tricky. But yeah, it's a really, really cool golf course to come and play. I'd love to come back here and try it off the back tees on time. That would be a really, really fun golf course.
Last thing for me, there's a 19-year-old doing her pro debut here today. I'm not sure how familiar you are with her, but Alli Mohal.
Yeah. I think, we had dinner with her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dinner,
First of all, give me impressions of her.
Yeah, she seemed really, really nice. She was really sweet. She's quite quiet around the dinner table, but it was just trying to it was just so nice. I think is she originally from Vegas, did you say? And then she moved here now. Yeah, it was pretty cool hearing her story and that. But I hope hopefully, she gets a tour card and then she'll be out here next year. That'd be pretty fun.
You've been doing this since 2013.
Yeah.
What are your memories of starting out, and what advice would you give Alli?
I think, when I was younger, I never didn't really think much. And then when you get into when I got a bit more into my few years on tour, you start thinking. So I've kind of gone back to the mindset of not really thinking, and it actually works a lot better for me. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Obviously, you want to win every week. You wouldn't be out here if you didn't think you can win. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be a journeyman. But at the end of the day, don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's just a game. You're meant to be out here having fun. It's better than, no offense, guys, sitting behind an office job. You're outside in the countryside all the time, playing a game that you love, earning money. What better life can you live?
And last thing for me, just how important. It seems like someone who's played golf since. They've played since 4. I don't know how long you've played, but how important is the fun aspect over the getting too serious about it?
Obviously, it's not always going to be fun out there, but you've got to always see it as a challenge. My mindset, I work better when I see it as a challenge, like anything in life, because I want to do good at it. But you just got to embrace the good days and the bad days, because it's a roller coaster ride, and just go out there and keep digging. It's a bit like McIlroy at the Masters. Never give up on your dreams, and he surely didn't, did he?
All right, Randy?
Carly, tell us a little bit about your experience hiking through Snow Canyon.
Yeah, well, I'm very much an outdoorsy kind of person. I'm not really a city girl, never have been, never will be, and I just love being outdoors, and this is fantastic for it. Learn, about how, the different rocks, and then obviously just everything here is just pretty cool. And I think there was some old sand dunes. What was it called? Petrified sand dunes. They were pretty cool. We was walking on them, and yeah, I just love being out there. I'm definitely a hiking kind of person.
Other than winning, of course.
Yeah.
What would make this week successful for you?
Just going out there and getting the ball in the hole in the least amount of shots. I feel like my game's been pretty good this season. I actually played quite well last week at the Chevron, but I just couldn't get my driver going off the tee, but I fixed that, and I actually played really well. Apart from that, so I actually feel confident coming into this week, and just looking forward to go out there and having some fun. But I feel like I really like the greens here. They're rolling really, really nice. I said that to my caddy. And I like the grass. I think, is it bent grass here? Or is it bent? Yeah, bent grass. I think it's pretty pure. I can't fault the golf course, and I like the bunkers as well.
Thank you.
Any more for Charley? I have one other fun one. Your friend's here this week. I believe she was with you last week too.
Yeah.
Just how much do you enjoy having her out here on the road with you?
Yeah, it's brilliant. She's definitely the entertainment for the last 2 weeks. Like, even if I'm not around, I hear people laughing. It's usually the laughing with Anushka. She's a great girl, and it's weirdly like she comes from a golfing family, but she don't really know too much about golf. But she's got amazing golf swing, so she should have took it up earlier on in life.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Charley.
Cheers.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good week. I had to give you a shot.